Hi, I'm Swarupa Sen, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering 2. In this presentation, we will learn how to find out the ultimate bearing capacity, safe bearing capacity, and also the settlement of the foundation using plate load test. Plate load test can be conducted by using gravity loading method and truss loading method. In this figure, we can see a test bed of width 5 times BP, where BP is the width of the test plate. There are two dial gauges which are fixed on either side in order to measure the settlement of the plate. And at the center, there is extension pipe over which hydraulic jack is fixed in order to note down the application of pressure. Above hydraulic jack, there is a steel girder which supports a loaded platform made up of sand bag. Using this test, the load or pressure applied onto the plate will be noted down and corresponding settlement will be noted with the help of the dial gauge. This is the plan for the same setup. Next is the truss loading method, in which instead of sandbag we can see that the truss is being used in order to apply the load. Test bed is of size 5 times BP, where BP is the width of the test plate. There are two dial gauges in order to measure the settlement. Hydraulic jack is used to apply the load. And this is what is the plan for the same setup. In plate load test, a square or circular rigid plate of standard dimension, generally 300 mm square for square or 300 mm dia for circular, is placed at the foundation level and load is applied in increments. The settlement of the plate corresponding to each load increment is recorded for calculating bearing capacity of the soil. The plate load test, which is used to determine bearing capacity and settlement, may be carried out by either using a gravity loading or truss loading method. A test bit of the same depth as the foundation and width equal to 5 times the size of the bearing plate, that is BP, is dug into the ground. Now we will find out how to get the value of bearing capacity of the soil and also the settlement of the proposed footing. The process of calculating bearing capacity of the soil using plate load test consists of the 4 steps. First one is to plot the load versus settlement curve. Second one is to find ultimate bearing capacity, and by knowing ultimate bearing capacity, we will be able to calculate safe bearing capacity. And even we will be able to calculate the settlement of the proposed footing. First step is to plot the load versus settlement curve. After performing the plate load test, we need to plot the load versus settlement curve as shown here in this figure on the arithmetic scale. Pressure will be marked on x-axis, which will be usually in terms of kilonewton per square meter, or here it is shown in terms of kg per square meter. And corresponding settlement is shown on y-axis, which is in terms of mm. Depending on type of soil below the test, the load settlement curve can be of 4 different types. So here in this figure we can see 4 curves are drawn for 4 different types of soils. The first one is curve A, which is obtained for loose to medium cohesionless soil, which will have the value of N between 15 to 30. But for this type of curve, there is no clear point of failure. Next is curve B, which is usually obtained for cohesive soil, and we can see that with the increase in load, the curve leans towards the settlement curve. Here we will be able to get the failure point very clearly. Next is curve C, which is obtained for partially cohesive soil, that is C5 soil. In this type of curve also we cannot see a clear point of failure as that in case of curve A. Next is curve D, which is obtained in case of dense cohesion-less soil where the value of N is greater than 30. And here we can get the clear point of failure as in case of curve B. And here the corresponding point represents ultimate bearing capacity. So here for curve B and curve D, we will be able to obtain ultimate bearing capacity without much difficulty. Whereas for curve A and for curve C, we cannot obtain the failure points. Hence it is difficult to get the value of ultimate bearing capacity. For B and D curve, even we can join the two tangents, and once we project the intersection point on x-axis, we will be able to get ultimate bearing capacity. So either we can project the failure point on x-axis to get the ultimate bearing capacity, or we can draw two tangents from the straight line portion, and later the intersection point has to be projected on x-axis to get the ultimate bearing capacity. Now for curve A and C, it is difficult to find the clear point of failure on load settlement curve. So to overcome this problem, scientists called Abbott introduced another method of drawing load settlement curve. According to his method, a log chart is plotted with settlement on x-axis and pressure on y-axis. So once we plot, we will be able to get two straight lines, and the intersection is considered to be a failure point. Next, we have to find the corresponding value of pressure to this failure point, and this pressure indicates the ultimate bearing capacity of soil. So this is the method of obtaining ultimate bearing capacity for A and C type of curves. Next is to calculate safe bearing capacity. Safe bearing capacity will be equal to ultimate bearing capacity divided by factor of safety. We have already seen how to find ultimate bearing capacity for B and D curves and also for A and C type of curves. Once we know ultimate bearing capacity, we can divide it by factor of safety to get SBC. Here factor of safety can be assumed as 2, 2.5 or 3 depending upon the site condition and importance of the structure. Now we will find out how to calculate settlement of proposed footing. The formula suggested by Terzaghi and Peck is used to calculate settlement of footing for granular soil. The formula available is SF, that is settlement of footing, equal to SP, that is settlement of plate, into B, where B is width of foundation, into BP, that is width of plate, plus 0.3 whole divided by BP, that is width of plate, into B, which is width of footing, plus 0.3 the whole square. And for clay soil, the equation used is SF equal to SP into B divided by BP, where SF is settlement of footing in mm, SP is settlement of plate in mm, B is width of footing in meter, and BP is width or dia of plate in case of circular plate, and unit is in terms of meter. For calculating settlement of a given size of foundation subjected to a given load, we need to calculate corresponding intensity of loading by dividing the area of footing by the load. So pressure is load divided by area. That is intensity of loading equal to load in terms of kilonewton divided by area in terms of square meter. Then from load settlement curve, which we obtain by using the test results of plate load test, we can find out the plate settlement corresponding to the calculated intensity of loading, and later we can use this value of settlement in the formula to get the value of settlement of footing. So this will be more clear once we solve the problem, but as of now we need to know the procedure for finding the settlement of the footing. Now we will solve a problem to find out the safe bearing capacity and settlement of square footing. A plate load test was conducted using a plate of 0.75 meter by 0.75 meter size on a uniform deposit of sand, and the data obtained are tabulated here. The pressure in terms of kilonewton per square meter is noted down, and corresponding settlement in mm is shown over here. The pressure ranges from 0 to 600 kilonewton per square meter, and corresponding settlement ranges from 0 to 40.6 mm. With these values, we need to calculate safe bearing capacity of soil, considering factor of safety as 2.5. And also we need to find out the value of settlement of a square footing of size 2 meter by 2 meter at safe bearing capacity. To begin with, we will draw the load versus settlement curve with the data given in the table. So for first value of pressure, the settlement is 0. So for 0, the value of settlement is 0. Next, for pressure 50, the value of settlement is 1.5. So for 50, we need to plot the value of settlement, that is 1.5. Next, for 100, the settlement value is 2. So for 100, the settlement value is 2. Similarly, plot the rest of the points. Later on, join all the points with the help of smooth curve. After that, draw two tangents which are shown by these dotted lines from the straight line portion of the curve. So from first straight line portion, the first tangent is drawn, and from the second straight line portion, the second tangent line is drawn. Mark the intersection point of both the tangent lines. Draw the projection line starting from this intersection point on the x-axis, which will give us the value of ultimate bearing capacity. So from this, we can note that the ultimate bearing capacity is 500 kilonewton per square meter. Then for 500 kilonewton per square meter, we need to check out what is the corresponding settlement. So the corresponding settlement for 500 kilonewton per square meter is 12 mm. So we need to draw projection line again from this intersection point till the y-axis, which gives us the value of settlement, and we can note that 12 mm is the corresponding value of settlement for ultimate bearing capacity equal to 500 kilonewton per square meter. Now we can find out safe bearing capacity. So Q safe equal to ultimate bearing capacity divided by factor of safety. Ultimate bearing capacity which we obtained from curve is 500 divided by factor of safety, which is given in the problem as 2.5. So Q safe is equal to 200 kilonewton per square meter. Now we will find out the footing settlement. For that, the given values are width of the footing, that is B equal to 2 meter. Width of plate used for test is 750 mm, that is BP. In terms of meter, it is 0.75 meter. Plate settlement we obtained from the graph as SP equal to 12 mm. So settlement of footing at safe load can be calculated using the formula SF equal to SP into P multiplied by BP plus 0.3 whole divided by BP into B plus 0.3 the whole square. So this formula is to be used for granular soil, and in the problem it is mentioned that the soil is granular, that is sand. Now we will substitute the values. SP is 12 mm, B is 2 meter, BP is 0.75 plus 0.3 divided by BP is 0.75, B is 2 plus 0.3 the whole square. So now the value of SF after calculation, we get it as 17.78, which can approximately written as 18 mm. So we have found out the footing settlement by calculating the value of SP, that is 12 mm, using the load versus settlement curve. So from load versus settlement curve, we had got settlement of plate as 12 mm. So same value is used in this equation to get the value of footing settlement. Thank you.